Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another apartment renovation. Today I am renovating Pinecrest Apartments number 402, I think is what it says in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. And this is going to be like a cozy family apartment. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment that I imagined was for parents and 2 teenagers who share a room. And I didn't have a solid concept when I started this. I just wanted to build an apartment. I was really in the mood for it. And so I just started. So I figured I would get inspiration as I go. I do that a lot. Probably a majority of my builds I do that with. I really like to just see where a build takes me and get inspiration from the process, if that makes sense. So as you can see here, we're starting with like a lot of green and kind of retro looking vibes, but it does change quite a bit in the end. And I absolutely adore how this comes out. Also, you might think this looks a little bit familiar if you do follow me over on Twitch. This was actually the last build I did before Cottage Living came out. So I've been sitting on this for like, I don't know, a week or so now. And I just got around to editing it and cutting it down because I really wanted to share it with you guys because I love it. I think it is such a cute build. It's super squished, so if you're a fan of the squish on the channel, you're probably going to like this one. The kitchen, dining, and living is all into this small space. Also, there's a lot of experimentation done in this build because at first it was only a 1-bedroom and I thought the living room was going to be further down, but that ends up being a bedroom. And I thought we were going to have this weird walk-through office space, and then we have a different office space. I don't know. It's a whole process. You will see it come together, and I will explain it as we go. We're just decorating the kitchen now, getting some sticky notes and like calendar and stuff up on the fridge. But as I'm doing all of that, I just wanted to mention that if you guys would like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So I started placing the couch in the back, and then I brought it to the front, and now we're playing around with the floor plan, trying to figure out how to make this work because I need to fit in a bathroom and an office space and 2 bedrooms in this very small area. I made it work. It just took some fiddling and experimenting. The bathroom moves from like one side to the other, and I just moved things around a lot. But I was overall pretty happy with how the layout turned out. It was just a little bit funky trying to figure out how to do it because I had no idea. And you're limited to the amount of space you have because you're working in an apartment, so you can't change the outside walls. So there are quite a few limitations to that, but I love doing that. I love the puzzle aspect of apartments, just like I like the puzzle aspect of tiny houses. So making a small apartment where you're trying to puzzle it all together was very exciting for me. I know that's kind of silly, but I really enjoy that. But this is the layout I end up going for. You have this little archway into a hallway that is also an office space, and then there is a small bathroom off to the side, which only has room for a shower, but since I was imagining everyone in here was teenager or up, that is most likely fine. I know you can also bathe toddlers in sinks if you have toddlers and you use this apartment. I was more so saying that we don't have a tub. If you had a dog, that would kind of not be great. Anyway, in here I do get a fireplace, which I think is so cozy in this space. It's the one from Parenthood. I'm also getting these kids' room bookcases that I thought about using behind the couch, but then I thought it was a little bit too cramped in here, so I ended up grabbing this one from Snowy Escape instead because you can see through it, so it's a little bit more airy and less. It just kind of opens up the space a little bit more. I think that's really important in small spaces because part of me wants to make them look as cramped as possible because I like the challenge of having like these smaller areas, but having more open shelving or mirrors and things like that make the space appear bigger, which is definitely a more desired look in interior design. So I was keeping that in mind, and it felt a little bit too clunky to have the other bookcase. So I was really happy to use the one from Snowy Escape instead, but we're just getting some plants over the fireplace here. I absolutely adore this hanging plant from the Paranormal pack. Honestly, one of the best stuff packs in my opinion. And then I got some curtains over the archway as well that leads you into the hallway / office space. And do I end up keeping the kids' room bookcase in the hallway? I feel like I don't, but I don't remember what that ends up looking like. We'll discover it together. it'll be fine. But we're decorating the kitchen space now. I am using these shelves over on the side that are from Jungle Adventure. Obviously, I'm also using the matching counters and cabinets, which I don't use very often anymore. I feel like I've just been overusing the ones that we got from Dream Home Decorator because I love them so much. They are absolutely stunning. But the ones that I was always using a lot before that would be this set from Jungle Adventure, as well as the ones from Island Living and the ones from Parenthood. I think those are probably the best counters before we got Dream Home Decorator, and they're still all really high up there. So I love these, and I thought that they were really nice and soft and cozy. I know this apartment started with like greens and like retro vibes, and then it turned into this more like soft, cozy vibe, which is definitely way more up my alley. And I like it so much. I know I keep saying that, but like as I'm just watching myself decorate this, it's bringing back the joy I felt while I was decorating this kitchen. I was so incredibly excited and smiley, and that's just kind of how my streams are. I get really excited over a specific item, and like me and the chat are all like, oh my gosh, this looks so good in this spot. What about this? And like experimenting together. It's such a fun collaborative process. To do builds on stream. I actually haven't done a build on stream in a little while because I've been doing a Let's Play over on Twitch of playing Cottage Living, doing like a Rags to Riches series, which has been so much fun. But I think we're going to be building tonight on Twitch. So if you're interested in checking it out live and being part of the process, I will be live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi. If you'd like to join, I'd love to have you there. And yeah, it's just so much fun. I know I talk about it a lot, but it's like a huge part of my life, and it's a blast. And obviously a lot of the builds that I post on the channel, or not a lot of them, like maybe a third of them that I post on the channel, I build on Twitch first. So when they're built there, I feel like mentioning it because if you saw it already, you might be like, this looks familiar. Anyway, I did change out the bookcase in this hallway here, and I'm using this desk from Base Game and a couple of decorations from Dream Home Decorator, a nice PC, a little chair. It's a very cozy, simple hallway with a computer desk, so that way your Sims can do whatever they need on the computer. A computer's kind of important in the Sims houses, in the Sims 4, like you need it for everything. But this is the bathroom using the same tile that I did use in the kitchen. That is from Parenthood. And do I end up using this sink? Yeah, I do. This is one of the sinks that came, or the sink that came with the Country Kitchen kit. And then I clutter up this shelf. I don't think I put much clutter on it though. I think I just put the towels and the candle. Is that it? Oh, and a basket of stuff. Yeah. I remember keeping it fairly simple, but I wasn't sure exactly what I added. Then just getting a mirror in here. I think a towel by the sink. It's a fairly simple bathroom, but I wanted to make sure there was enough like regular clutter in here so it didn't feel empty. I like the spaces to feel very cozy and lived in. And then we just are grabbing a shower to put over in the corner, and then moving back into that hallway office space, I get a cork board as well as the Parenthood board for like setting curfews and stuff, which is super cute. And then we're moving on to the primary bedroom, which is blue. I like blue. I use blue in interiors a lot. I feel like I used to use it more than I do now, but it was nice to, of course, do this again. This bed is from Cats and Dogs. I think this is one of my favorite swatches on this bed. I like this one, and then I like the orange swatch on it. They're both so like calming and light, comfy, cozy colors. So yeah, I thought the blue suited this room very nicely. Have a nice blue wall behind it. Getting some plants. I have some curtains. I'm just naming all the items in this room. But, super simple and cozy. We have a fireplace in here as well. Getting some clutter from Dream Home Decorator to make it look a little bit more lived in. We have some books and boxes and stuff around, some candles. And then a mirror up above the fireplace. And then some wardrobes over here as well. Do I only do one? Yeah, I do one. And then that floor length mirror from the oh my gosh, Jungle Adventure pack. Oh my goodness. And then this is going to be the teens room. I'm using some of the bunk beds from Dream Home Decorator as well. It has a very green theme in here, and I add like a couple of different interests for the Sims. I think we have like guitar and potentially reading for interests. I was also imagining that one of the teens was trans, so there ends up being a trans pride flag in this room as well. And other than that, pretty much a very green and blue color scheme in here. It's pretty cohesive, but I think it looks really nice, and it would be a very lovely room for a couple of teenagers. I also feel like when I have apartments or houses that only have 2 bedrooms and I structure one of them for a child or a kid, I guess, it's actually typically a kid, not a teenager. So this is definitely different in that way, and it was really fun to decorate this room. But with that, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.